Alrighty. Should be good. Alright, we're all set. So that's how it works. Sweet. Awesome. Alright, everything should sound good and everything else. Hello. Welcome back on in to episode 3 of our OBS class. I need to clean my glasses. Dorlin, great to see you. Paradox, Buddha, Elise. Welcome on in, everyone. Hello. I need to clean my glasses real quick. It's the only thing I didn't do before getting everything set up. Alrighty. How are we feeling? How are we doing? I hope everyone's doing absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by the class. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Paradox. If you're watching the video, the recorded section of this video, basically the first 20 minutes or first 15 to 20 minutes, I like to talk with everybody on what we're going to be going over with today's class. And if you want to learn about the basics, if you want to learn about making alerts, adding scenes, sources, we went over that in the first 2 classes. So if you would like to look at those, you can go over to episode 1 and 2. They will be in the live section of the YouTube channel, or you can go over to OBS tips and tricks and it'll be located over there as well, as I am putting all of these live videos in those as well. I've really been enjoying doing these classes. We do them every Thursday unless I am out of town or something comes up. Every Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And honestly, like, it has been wonderful. It has brought passion and joy to my life for all of us to, you know, come together and learn more about OBS, content creating, and everything in between. So thank you for taking your time out of your day to stop by, whether it's during the live stream or you're watching the recording of this. And also feel free to, you know, go through this entire video to where, like, you know, back and forth. If we go over something and you don't get it, feel free to, you know, skim through the video as well. Well, I'm just gonna welcome everybody in that's in the live stream right now. Paradox, Buddha, Dwarlin, Elise, Kusi, great to see you as well, and Howling Towers. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you, Graham. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Witchy, I love your face. Hey, OBS Guru Jedi Master. I don't know if I'm an OBS Jedi Master. I wouldn't say that. I'm just a man that has a lot of time on his hand that also wants to help others achieve their goals and dreams in any capacity. So I appreciate the compliment, though. Quick, in regards to OBS, Junk MVK. Wait, what? Quick. Nani? Nani? It's good to see you. I'm not sure what you mean, though, Door. Nani. But today we're gonna be doing something very special. I don't know how this is gonna work, but we're gonna do this live and we're gonna see what happens. So chat and everyone else, I have a box. Isn't that so exciting? I got a box that I'm gonna open up. This is gonna be a special. If I think this is what it is, then this is going to be a very special class that I'm really excited about, which I'm always excited about. Yes, it is. Oh my God, it's here. So recently, we had a gift from the community. I also stream over on Twitch. It's very interactive over there. We have we have now a Elgato Stream Deck XL. Now this is a very big deal for some that doesn't understand, like, you know, why this, you know, maybe not a big deal. It's like, Viking, like, this is just a Stream Deck. I mean, like, what's the big deal? Well, look how many buttons there are, right? Like, this is big. Shout out to Drunk Irish Potato for giving this to us. I'm really excited for the opportunities I'll be able to utilize with this, because there's a lot of things that go into Stream Decks. And if it's okay with everybody, Stream Decks is also a part of OBS in a very massive way. When you're hosting events, when you are changing scenes, filters that we add to our sources, source visibility, controlling audio. We could do so much with the Stream Deck. It is absolutely like, it is a mind-blowing game changer. So if you are even considering about like content creation, whether it is through YouTube or any streaming platform, or even if you're just recording, this can be used for recording on YouTube videos, because instead of doing all those editing and splicing with other things, it could be camera changes or whatever you have it may be, right? We're able to implement the Stream Deck to do all of that for us by one push of a button, right? So if it's okay with everybody that's watching this video, I would like to kind of dive in to Stream Decks. We've talked, like I said before, we've talked about adding scenes, adding sources, even talked about scene transitions, right? Scene transitions is a big thing, like it grabs your audience's attention to, whether it's, something crazy, something smooth, it's something unique to you. And that's the most important thing that I want everyone to take out of this, is because being a creator means that you are creating something that is unique to you, your personality, and what you're trying to put out there into the world. And with this, we're able to do so much more. And that's, I was shaking my brain with heavy music, but yay learning. Yeah, we're gonna learn together. It's gonna be great. I'm excited, right? I definitely need to go back and watch these. I need to learn this. Absolutely, Kusi. Yeah, I highly recommend it. If you remember when I was having audio play through my headphones, OBS was the cause of it. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense, Paradox. That makes a lot of sense. I was going to ask if you're planning on going over how to split audio. We can absolutely do that. I could do that real quick, actually, if everyone is okay with that. Now, splitting audio, there's a lot of different ways of doing it. That is a very, very big subject. So we can definitely go over that if y'all are looking to split your audio. If you do not have a XLR mixer of any sort, any kind of mixer, if you don't have a physical board mixer, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be that you have to go out and buy one, right? Just to separate your audio, whether it's Discord, music, the video game, browser sources, and everything else. You don't have to do that. We actually did cover it a little bit in the last class, but I can definitely touch that up. I'm going to show you different ways that we can do this, and also I will show you how to do it on the Stream Deck as well. I don't know if I should unbox this right now and like do like a fresh Stream Deck thing, because I have to it's probably gonna make me, I don't know if it's gonna make me install another version of Stream Deck, because I already have one. It probably will, because it's the XL version. So I don't know if we're gonna actually go through the actual installation and everything. I leave that up to everyone that's watching the live stream, because honestly, setting this bad boy up is going to be a little bit of a process. I'm actually going, and the cool thing is about Stream Decks, you can use multiple Stream Decks. You can use multiple Stream Decks. This is major. Even if you're not a content creator, you can set up buttons that one push of a button opens up an application, right? Let's say that I am a social media marketer, right? Let's say that there are certain websites that I have to have up in order to do my job, okay? And I'm not talking about content creation. This is just utilizing the Stream Deck. By one push of a button, I can have everything, my entire work setup done. It'll load in the order that we set it to. Like, this is a big game changer for me personally, because I have folders within folders, because I have the original, the OG Stream Deck from way back in the day. So for me to go from like a 15 button setup now to a 32 button setup. That means we're going to be able to do a lot more, but without me having to go folder within folder within folder just to press buttons. Because usually when I'm streaming or when I'm doing anything, let me show you real quick, actually, if I can do this. So I'm going to go over here. I want to show you something very, very quickly. So with that being in mind, right? If you're wanting to like possibly get the XL and you're like, oh, you know, you're having like mixed feelings about it or what may have you, you know, right? The thing about it is that it opens up so many more doors of opportunities. So let me show you. So like right now, this right here is my Stream Deck. So when I'm like changing scenes, I'm pressing buttons like this all the time, but nobody notices because I'm looking straight at the camera, but like I'm constantly like folder within folder within folder, you know, like boom, 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 like having to do this. But now that we have like the upgraded version, we're able to accomplish so much more. And I think that's really, really neat. So yeah, we're going to be talking about splitting audio today. We're going to be talking about Stream Decks. That is the goal that I want to really go over because honestly, I think Stream Deck is a very important tool to have. Now, granted, if you're just starting off and you're not wanting to invest into a Elgato Stream Deck, I completely understand that as well. There are alternatives to that. Whether it's via Touch Portal, it is a program that you can literally control your OBS through a OBS WebSocket, which does involve plugins. You can do that off your phone, right? Like, or a tablet, you know? You don't have to go the Elgato way. You don't have to have a physical, you know, like Stream Deck. You could literally have a digital version of it. And since I started back in 2019, they have literally released multiple programs that I'm talking about that allow you access to do what I'm saying, whether it's scene changing, source visibility, maybe you're wanting to change filters, you're able to do that with programs such as Touch Portal as well. What does the big red button do? There's no big red button. What do you mean? I kind of want to make a big red button on, that's actually an idea of mine that I'm wanting to do for it to just do multiple chaos things. Like, that is something I want to do in the future. I think that would be really neat. I was gonna ask a box or a fox. Wait, Nani? Y'all just being a bunch of heathens. What's going on here? Up to you, sweetie. If I get a deck, I'm gonna get a button to start up Final Fantasy 14. Well, here's the thing about Final Fantasy 14. It would launch the launcher because you still have to type in your password, right? Like, even if I made a button to launch Final Fantasy 14, because that game, or any game that has a game launcher that requires a password for you to type in every single time, you wouldn't be able to just dive in to Final Fantasy 14. That's not, that couldn't be a thing, because you would have to type in your password every single time. Unless, like, there's something on there that remembers your password that I haven't seen, you know, that could also be a thing. I shall feed you and supply grog. Ooh, that sounds good. I love all that. Please and thank you. Okay, needs to kidnap MVK for a few days to fix all my things. Well, that's the thing. So I might be doing something on the side. Another thing about me is I have helped over 150 content creators the 4.5 years I have been streaming on the platform. I told them not to give me credit, and I feel like over the years that actually has hurt me more than helped me, because my grandfather back in the day always said to give with your left hand, receive with your right hand, meaning that when you do something for someone else, you don't necessarily need the credit for it. However, in our industry of content creating, I looked at it all wrong, because that credit being due, you know, that pushes people over to the YouTube channel, and that's precisely what I'm wanting, right? So my idea is that I'm doing one-on-one sessions with people, and, you know, I want to continue doing that. However, I don't know how much longer I will be able to do that just for free. You know what I'm saying? Because like when it comes to the times that we're doing everything, like I've thought about possibly making a thing where like if you're a member, like having a, so on YouTube, you can become a member of this channel now that we are partnered with YouTube. And as a member, I'm thinking about making one of those perks, free lessons, OBS one-on-one, shoot me a DM on via Discord, which you can get in contact with that, everything else, through, you know, clicking the link tree and everything in my bio, or, you know, all that. I think that'd be really neat. Or shooting me an email on my business email, you know, through Gmail. I think that'd be a really, really, really nice perk to have. And you would also be supporting the YouTube channel, right? Because now that we're partnered, now we're able to, actually, I'm just going to be very blunt and honest about it, make income from YouTube. And so it ultimately helps out like the goal that I'm wanting. And I've been thinking about this for a while, right? So yeah, I think that'd be really neat. About that MVK, I have modded. Oh, well, well, I mean, never mind then. You'd be good then. But without further ado, because I've been talking and bantering and everything else, let's just dive into things. The first thing that I would like to dive into today is everyone's talking about splitting audio. Now, here's the catch. Splitting audio, the cool thing about OBS is that without any other application, without any other software that we might have to download or anything else, OBS has made it easy for me and you. Very, very easy. All right. And I'm going to show you exactly how easy they made it for us. So let's go ahead and let's dive on in. So this is a clean install of the latest and greatest OBS 29.1.3. And we are going to just dive straight on in. So I'm going to show you a few ways that you can split your audio, whether it's through OBS itself without downloading any software other than your already streaming software. The other way I'm going to show is through Stream Deck. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to sources, click the plus sign. Again, go to application audio capture. It is still in beta, but I promise you it does work. Once we click on this, I'm going to call this Opera, which is the or we'll call this Opera is like my internet service that like the internet browser I use, so we'll just call this internet browser. So internet browser, any audio that's going through our internet browser, right? So I have my internet browser playing right now. Now here's the thing, if you're going to be utilizing application audio, if you're going to be using this application capture audio in OBS, you have to make sure whatever source that you are going to use is opened already, and you have to select it, right? If it's not opened, it won't show up in this little drop down. So keep that in the back of your brain. All right, we're gonna click on Opera playlist Epidemic Sound, which by the way, Epidemic Sound, I would love to be working with you, and I would love to be sponsored by you. Epidemic Sound is literally the one-stop and shop for all content creators, social media marketers, and ads that you see day to day. I have heard their soundtracks all over. They have over 40,000 songs just given to you, all copyright free, that you can utilize for streaming, recording, uploading, and everything else. So Epidemic Sound, just saying, putting a little bug in your ear. So we're going to click on Opera because that's what we want to capture. All right. Then you want to make sure that match title, otherwise find window of the same type, that is clicked. If you click on window title must match, this is where things get like a little bit weird, because think about it. If I made that window title must match, let's say that I just want to capture Epidemic Sound. and no other internet audio, right? Like Epidemic Sound, that's my music player. I don't want to capture anything else. That's why I would want it to be otherwise fine window of the same type, right? So I'm gonna click on this, I'm gonna click OK. So now it's been added into OBS. Now here's the kicker. If you want this source, like if I bring it all the way down, you'll still notice that it's going through desktop audio. You're probably asking, well, MVK, why is that? Like, I want to be able to control it off of this because of my setup. My setup is very, very complex and different to a lot of people. I have a Rodecaster Pro 2 mixer, which means the main stereo and anything that goes through this bad boy over here is also going to be pushed over. But I'm going to show you how we can control it, but a different way. All right. Know this. If you have any other setup, I'm talking like literally if you don't have a mixer, this is for people that don't have a mixer. All right. Remember that this is important. I'm going to show you why. If we go over to sound settings right now, main stereo, yours might be different. Let's say that you have like, let's say you just have your headphones literally plugged straight into the PC. You have no mixer whatsoever. Your output is going to be your headset, right? That's going to be the big difference. And your input is going to be your microphone that you also have plugged in, which will again be a different source. These are both the same source because I have one mixer. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to everyone, right? Like when you're choosing like your output and input, that's why. So with OBS right now, if I go to settings and I go to audio, it's set to default, right? Now, here's the catch. Because I'm going to do this my way, right? Because of my setup, but I'm also going to show you how you would do it on yours. Your desktop audio should be your headphones. It should be whatever, like this right here, your desktop audio. Your desktop audio is 99 point, like literally right here is your output. That is desktop audio. So remember that, match those two up. Desktop audio, output in your sound settings in Windows. Are we good? Like easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? You know, like you want those two to like match up. Now there's different cases on that. Like I said, my setup is going to be different than yours. So let's say that you do have a mixer, right? So let's say, I'll throw another mixer out there other than the Rodecaster Pro 2. Let's say that you have a Go XLR Mini or a Go XLR Pro. You have the big board, the small one, whatever case you may have it. In that case, those are going to be different. And that's how you set it up. Originally, and I can tell you because I do have a Go XLR Mini, when I had it, I set my output to system, right? Your system, whatever's going through your system, whether that is YouTube videos, music, the whole 9 yards, right? That's all going to be pushed on over to your desktop audio, right? Anything going through your Windows, your system is going to be pushed on over. But then you're able to control it through a software, right? I know this is gonna like getting a little bit complex, right? So let me help you out here. I'm gonna help you out here. All right. So let's like draw this out as best as I can. So we're gonna put right here. So this is output. This is input. All right. And I'm gonna type that in these boxes. So this right here is output. Okay. And this right here is input. Now this is on your sound settings in Windows. All right. Which I'm going to put, like, I'm going to draw this out for everybody just so no one gets lost. No one gets confused. Everyone knows what's happening. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So both of these, right here are going to the same. Actually, let's do this. Both of these are going to your sound settings. Windows sound settings, right? All right. So you're like probably thinking to yourself, well, Mad Viking King, you know, like you clearly, like, I understand output is the audio that I'm hearing that everyone else is hearing, and then input is going to be my microphone, right? Well, is that always the case? Not exactly. And that's when things get messy, right? I told you in the beginning of this video that I was going to show you mixer and no mixer. This, in this portion that I'm teaching right now, is without any mixer. I will show you the mixer side, but it's limited on how much I can show you because you actually need the physical mixer, which I can't go out and buy. Maybe one day I can get sponsored by the different audio companies that can supply those mixers and I can make videos for y'all. That's ultimately my dream, so I can show you and break this down even smoother, right? So this is, and I'm gonna put this in all caps, without physical audio mixer. This is without any physical audio mixer for OBS. All right. So with that being said, let's dive back into OBS and I can show you what I mean by this. So again, let's say I have no mixer. Output's going to be my headphones. Input's going to be my microphone. Easy, right? So easy. Well, here's the other thing to that. Let's say, like, when I go to settings and then I go to audio, you're probably thinking, okay, so now what do I do? Same exact thing. Your desktop audio, that's going to be everything that your audience is going to hear, whether it's via recording or streaming on any streaming platform. So what we're going to do is what you would do. You're not going to see your headphones here, right? But let's use our imagination. All right. We're going to imagine that this just says headphones and not headphones Rodecaster Pro 2 secondary. All right. Because that's a channel. So if I set that to headphones, then I would set my microphone to my microphone. Right. And now your microphone can show up in multiple ways. Granted, again, if it's like a Blue Yeti microphone, it might say Blue Yeti. Whatever your microphone is like called, the brand and all that, choose that. All right. The last thing you want to choose, and I do mean the last thing you want to choose, because I did this when I first started. I did a big old damn. Do not choose your webcam as your audio source, for the love of God. No, don't do it. No. Don't do it, please. Please. Can you hear me? Do you understand what the words coming out of my mouth? Don't do it. It's gonna be really bad, right? Just don't do it, all right? Please. So yeah, after you choose your microphone, boom, we're all set, right? So this right here, like I said, is an example of how I would split the audio. So now we have our output, input, and our Windows sound settings. We have our desktop audio, which is our output. Then we have our microphone, the first mic auxiliary audio right here. Now that we have this set up, we're gonna hit apply. Done, right? Now, obviously, you're gonna notice, right? This is where things get a little bit weird. You're gonna notice that nothing's going through my desktop audio. The reason for it is because of my setup, all right? Because if you have no mixer, you will be able to control this. Look at that. No more music. And then you can just bring it back up. This is where, you remember those touch portal and stream deck I was talking about? Because like, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Mr. Viking, I don't want to just drag down the thing every time I want to lower the music. Okay, look, calm down, Jim Bob. I'm trying here, all right? We got to start with baby steps and then work our way up to the advanced. So I get it. You don't want to control your audio that way, right? Because you're probably playing video games. You might be just chatting. You might be showing off some funny videos to your community. You could be doing X, Y, and Z. And the last thing you want to be doing is going back in OBS and having to turn it down and turn it back up. That's where everything else comes into play, right? Whether it's via Touch Portal or Stream Deck. Now, if you do want a video of me messing around with Touch Portal, please, please, please put down in the comment section down below in this live stream, or tell me in chat. I will do an entire OBS class on Touch Portal for those that don't want to go out and spend a bunch of money on Elgato Stream Deck. I get that, trust me, because the first year of streaming or content creating and recording is the hardest because you don't know if you're gonna be doing this, right? Anyone that says content creating is easy, it's not. It's not easy. No. It's not. Whoever you are out there that says it's easy, it's not. It can be though over time, right? But like, it's always like, cause like in most jobs, you're always trying to get ahead. You're always trying to like do X, Y, and Z. With this one, it's constant, right? Projects, like everyone always says to me, like, oh, you're always doing projects, because that is the life. You're constantly creating content. You're constantly doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? He was saying don't use mic on webcam. Yeah, don't use the mic on the webcam. I'm at work, how to call. No, yeah, was don't do it. Yeah, do not use your microphone on your webcam. Harley, just don't do it. It's not gonna be the Jimmy Jams. As I yell at Graham from the other room, nice. Good on you. All right, but let's go back in. All right, so we have our audio set up and everything else. So I'm going to show you through Stream Deck. Again, if you want me to do it through Touch Portal, comment down below on this video, or let me know in chat. Just be like, hey, I want you to teach me how to control my audio through Touch Portal. I'll be like, oh, okay, sweet, I got you. No worries. But for now, I'm going to show you how to control this specific mixer, all right, through Stream Deck. Here's the catch. This is the only thing that I have yet to do, and this is what I'm going to utilize my second Stream Deck for, is for tutorial reasons. So if you ever owned a Stream Deck, you have to connect that to one OBS. I have two OBS opened right now, one for recording and live streaming on YouTube. The other is for the tutorial. But because I only have one plugged in right now, I got to show you my OBS setup. Please do not panic. I have been doing this for 4.5 years. You're going to see a lot of things that I will go over in the advanced portion of the class. So don't panic. All right, stay calm. Everything is going to be okay. All right. You got this? Are you sure? All right, you're about to see my OBS. All right, here we go. This right here is my OBS. As you can see, I have 3 mixers. One is like for a mega hype mic, the other copyrighted music when I'm on Twitch because they have the VOD track. Don't worry about that. Just focus on one thing for me, all right? I'm gonna show you how we do this. I'm gonna go to the audio scene. Well, I guess I can't go to the audio. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, it looks like. I'm gonna make a temporary scene real quick, or source. So I'm gonna call this application capture beta, right? So I have one already called Opera Internet. We're just gonna choose that because this is what I use on stream, right? I'm gonna keep it muted because if I don't, then y'all are gonna hear music twice, and I'm not about that. All right. So if I want to control this right here, but not have to worry about the whole OBS portion, well, that's when we're gonna dive into Stream Deck. Okay. This is the cool thing, right? I want to show you. This mixer, you don't have to worry about anymore. With Stream Deck, don't worry about this. Leave that mixer at full volume. That's what's going to be cool about what I'm about to teach you. We're going to go ahead and just open up the Stream Deck software, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did this, because my friends were asking me, whoa, you're controlling your audio through your Stream Deck? Like, how are you doing that? Well, you see, this is how I did it. So if you actually, I have a thing called volume center. And what I did was I went through and I put all the things I want to control on my Stream Deck. Okay. Whether it's internet, my playlist for Stream Deck playlist, and Spotify. Okay. I'm going to show you how I made these buttons. All right. If you go over to Stream Deck on the right hand side, you're going to see volume controller, right? This is precisely how I'm controlling my audio through my sound system. This is where things get weird because we're going to control not the OBS portion of it. We're going to control the actual application audio. Okay. So try to keep up. I'm going to go very slow, slow as smooth, smooth as fast during this portion because this is where things get icky, and this is where I lose a lot of people in the explanation process. So as you can see, if I turn this all the way down, music's gone, right? But if we notice in OBS, this portion did not go down, right? And you're probably thinking, well, why is that? Like, what exactly happened? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly how that happens. If we go back to sound settings real quick, and I click on app volume and device preferences, do you see that little volume bar? This is how you control your volume through OBS, all right? But through your sound settings. Let me clarify this as best as I possibly can, and I'll even do like a chart of it as well after I get done explaining. We have to make the audio source, right? If we're not just using one mixer for all of our audio, if you are, great. If you're only using one mixer like myself, right? Like let's say your desktop audio is your only mixer, do not worry about making the internet browser application. However, if you are not using just your main mix, but you're wanting to push that audio over to the desktop audio, let's say you want to play copyrighted music on Twitch and you want to do it through the VOD track, which I can show. Actually, I did show that in the last video, so go check it out. OBS class number 2. All right. That's why you would make an application audio. All right. Now, how we're going to control it, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. All I'm going to do is if I go down to volume controller, and by the way, if you don't see this for some odd reason, in Stream Deck, you can click on this little keyboard up here, and this is the Stream Deck store. Don't worry, you're not buying anything. This is completely free. You can literally just type in volume controller. Which you don't have to, because apparently it's already like, you know, part of the plugin. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Should be. Let me double check that. Just so, yeah, volume controller right here. Okay. If it's not already pre-installed with Elgato Stream Deck, then just go to the store, install it. It's right here. I'll leave it up for a second just so you can pause the video if you need to, you know, if you're following along with me. Also, if you're enjoying the classes and everything, I appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and also that like button. And I also stream over at twitch.tv Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So check us out over there. We have a big event coming up. It's my birthday celebration, and also we're celebrating hitting YouTube Partner this Saturday, September 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern. All right. Without further ado, let's dive into volume control. So I'm going to hit manual detection. Auto detection is going to automatically configure your audio control panel for open applications. We don't want that because you want to manually control the volume. So we're going to go to manual. So I'm going to make 2 buttons. Okay. 2 buttons. One to increase the volume, one to decrease the volume. All right. Now, the way I'm going to do this, I already have one for my internet. However, we're going to use it as an example. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click on Opera again. Okay. And I'm also going to title this tutorial. Actually, I'll call this internet. or browser music. Let's call it that, browser music, right? And then you can style like in Stream Deck, you know, multiple different ways. Like, you know, if you want to like make it fancy and everything, we're just gonna do this real quick. Like, honestly, you don't even have to put a title in here. Let's not do that. I'll show you why. We're gonna make this adjust. Let's see. Let's make this set. I'm gonna make this volume like, or adjust by. You want to click adjust. Let me go over this. I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize, chat. So set. If I make this button and I make it 0, every time I click that button, my internet browser or whatever application I set this to will automatically drop down to 0, right? Or wherever I set it to, maybe 50% music or 100%, which would be extremely loud. And, you know, if you're feeling up to the task and you would like to blast everyone's eardrums, I'm not advising to do that, but that's exactly what would happen. Not gonna lie. Then you have this button over here, adjust. Now, this is the one I want you to focus on. This is key. Adjust will adjust it by certain decibels. I like to set mine to 5. So I'm gonna make this button -5. Then I'm gonna go on top. I'm gonna click on Opera. We're gonna hit adjust, and I'm gonna hit +5. Do you know why I did that? Now it's gonna make a bar, and they're linked together. Watch this. Isn't that cool? And that shows up on your Stream Deck. Now I can control the internet volume. Like, let's say, oh, we just got real serious. And then I'm like, hey, welcome on in. You can hold down the button. You can, like, isn't that cool? So I hope this helped you out. Like, if you're wondering, like, you know, oh, well, I don't want a mixer. You can do it through your Stream Deck. Isn't that great? Pretty neat. So that's how you would control audio. And like I said, via Spotify, Discord, you can do it through your Stream Deck audio, like how I have it set up. It's set to Sound Deck. Sound Deck is basically like all the playlist songs that I have set on my Stream Deck on my Twitch, you know, one. Like, if you go to Sound Deck over here, you can basically make an entire playlist and like push the button and it'll do like random songs you can set up to. Again, if y'all want a class on an entire Stream Deck, we'll be doing that too. Probably today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so a lot of things you can do with Stream Deck, you know. Actually, yeah, today's going to be a basically Stream Deck tutorial. Let's just go ahead and do that. But I'm going to drink some coffee. Does anybody have any questions? Am I going too quick? I'm just at work, so I can't always pay attention. No, you're fine, at least. Do what you gotta do. I like to take time during you know, because like I want this to be a fun thing as well. Like, I know I throw a lot of information out there, and I don't want it to be like overwhelming, and because I tell people all the time, like, this class, like, it's fun. I want everybody to learn, but at the same time, like, I want everybody to like have fun while we're doing it, you know, like make some craziness happen. I need a Stream Deck. Again, I mean, it does make life easier. I cannot say that enough, right? However, I mean, it's one of those things that honestly, like, it does make life so much easier. Right? Like Touch Portal, you could do a lot with it, but also Elgato, if you're wanting to sponsor anybody, I'm just saying, I have a lot of your products, so I'd appreciate that. Sorry, just gotta put that out there. The thing about Stream Deck with Elgato versus Touch Portal or any other software that you can download on your device and use. Nar, welcome on in. I love your face, Nar. Thank you for being here. And also, everybody that's on the live stream, I just want to say thank you. Honestly, you're the reason why I keep doing this, as well as just trying to help out as many people as possible. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. Or just need to learn Touch Portal better. I mean, that too. Yeah, I suppose. That makes sense. Fine, I don't need one, but I'd like one. Well, that's what I want to go over real quick. Stream Deck. Right. So, here's the thing. Touch Portal is amazing. You can do the basics. You can turn off and on sources with a visibility source. You can change scenes. You can do a lot of things that the Stream Deck can't or can. However, look at all these options. Twitter. If you want to like to make a post on Twitter, like you could set it up on like tweet. You could tweet something out, change your name. Nar, thank you for the $2. I love your face. That really means a lot. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Nar. Every little bit helps. Really do appreciate that. There's also like, you know, there's a lot more you could do with a Stream Deck than you can Touch Portal. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? No, we're not sponsored by Elgato. One day I would like to be, but no, we're not. But I will say, like, yes, like every program, every software is gonna have problems. Doesn't matter the company. You hear it all the time. People complain about Elgato Stream Decks, Elgato products, and everything. But the problem is that when OBS has an update, or if Elgato has an update and they don't sync up together, that's why you end up having issues. That's the real kicker. Anytime that any software has an update that's related to your stream or your recording or your gaming or content creating, anything that you're doing, is because one software had an update and it's not, now they're not aligned with coding. That's honestly what it boils down to. When it comes down to it though, ultimately, yeah, I love my Stream Deck. It's absolutely amazing. It has made life so much easier. And now that the community has like, now that we got this bad boy, which I'll be setting up after stream, because I don't want to have to do it on stream and, you know, get all peer pressured and whatnot. Then, yeah, so. Yo, Herman, welcome on in. Shenanigans, dude. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You got a new capture card? Oh, nice. There you go. Honestly, I figured out why I was having problems with my capture card. Now I'm not having any problems. I used to have a problem with the Elgato HD 60S Plus capture card, capturing a video game. And then, like, it wasn't the video game capture I was having a problem with. The problem was the audio was ducking. If you don't know what that means, basically it was giving back this weird feedback noise, like like it was cutting in and out. And I'm like, okay, something's not plugged in all the way, something's not set up correctly, and I was absolutely right. And it was my fault. In the software of Elgato, I did not set it up properly. That's on me. That's why I had so many issues with it. So honestly, like when it comes down to it, the one thing we hate to admit in life in general is the one thing that everyone talks about, and that is like it's easier to blame a company or a software than to look at it like, oh, I messed up. It's okay to mess up. You're gonna mess up. You're going to like go over hurdles in this industry like no one has ever, like I promise you. Witchy, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. Love your face. Thank you all so much. Gosh dang it. Seriously, I'm really excited. And if it wasn't for my brothers and really like best friends and close friends like the Reluctant Hermit, Super, and a lot of others, we push each other, you know, to like continue what we love to do and, you know, putting good out into the world. So I will continue to do that in every capacity because y'all make that happen. So again, thank you for stopping by the channel. You should do it on stream. It will show what happens when you have 2 Stream Decks. Wait, does it mess up when you have 2 Stream Decks? I've seen people have 2 Stream Decks. It's just, I've never done it myself. Should we do it live? I probably should. Also, we've had 1 Stream Deck, yes. What about a second? We've had 1 Stream Deck. What about the second Stream Deck? What about 12? What about 11 Stream Decks? Yo, Herbert, thank you for the $2. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Seriously, thank you very much. Yeah, man, keep doing you. I'm going to, you know, and I have my friends always pushing me to keep moving forward no matter what. I'm feeling great today, and we're going to do this live. I'm going to install a Stream Deck XL on stream while also having, having one Stream Deck already set up. We're going to have to make room for this. Oh boy. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the unboxing portion. It's gonna smell like a brand new car, baby. Again, shout out to Drunk Irish Potato for supplying this XL. I'm really excited. I got you up on me. No worries. Do the things you gotta do. Nar! What do you do? Thank you for the $7 total, man. Appreciate it. Thank y'all. Right. So yeah, I guess today's OBS class is going to be Stream Deck related. Here's the thing. I've thought about, like, I've been calling this OBS classes and everything else. Stream Decks do involve OBS, but like, I've thought about changing the title of our, I don't want it to be called class, right? Like, I am teaching and everything else, but like, it's not just OBS. I want to talk about content, like overall. And I think it'd be cool if we all came up, like, because I want the YouTube community to grow. I'm focusing on that. Things are going to change in the future, you know, like, the YouTube shorts and everything. Ooh, she smells so clean. Oh, you're nice. I already know all the, okay, you get a book when you get this. It's a nice book. It tells you exactly how to set it up, and it has it in all different languages. So thanks, Elgato. You're the best. Obviously, we got to go to elgato.com, download the software, do all that. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, things are going to change on this channel. I want to make a YouTube community. Now, that's not to say that, like, tutorials, well, I want to call it something other than just tutorials. I want to have a unique name. Also, look at the way they wrap this. Look at that. Elgato. Oh my God. It's gonna be, I'm so excited. I've wanted this Stream Deck for years, but I never did something for myself. And then everyone went above and beyond and did it for me, which I highly appreciate. Oh, look at that. Oh, baby. So, like, it has this box right here. I have the old Stream Deck. I can't show you because the cord's attached to it. But remember those sliders that you had to move with the pegs on the back? That's how old my Stream Deck is. This is before they started designing them this way, but look how clean that is. That is swanky. That is swanky right there. Oh, I love you. You're gonna make my life so much easier. Alrighty, now we're gonna have two streamed. Oh my God, this setup, chat. Oh my God. Oh, this is gonna be good. All right, so obviously it's gonna come with a cord that you're gonna plug in on the back of the Stream Deck to your PC. Now, you'll notice something very important. Do you see this right here, chat, and everybody watching this video? This right here means that this is a USB 3.0. Now, USB 3.0 has been out for a while. I'm a very old school minded person. Okay. Like, they even have USB, like micro USB-Cs that you can plug into the back of computers because of motherboards nowadays. Blows my freaking marbles. Make sure when you plug in your Stream Deck, it is a 3.0 outlet. 3.0. All right. We have moved up in the industry. Also, Rose, welcome on in. I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. We are going to be setting up two Stream Decks for the first time. I've never done this. I have not seen any videos on how to do this. This is all going to be raw footage. First time attempting to do this. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Also, I keep all my boxes. Like, you know how many boxes I have? Like, of all of my setup? My gosh, dude. Straighten out the cord a little bit. Make it all nice and smooth. There we go. All right. Let's plug this bad boy in, shall we? Let's see. Where is your plug? Oh, wait. I think this has a frame. Wait a minute. Does this... Oh! Look at that. It actually... Oh, that's cool. Oh, it seamlessly clicks on. Because you could take this off, and in theory, you could mount this. Like, you... Oh, I have ideas for the future. Oh, yeah. That's the sauce. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, that's very nice. That's very, very... That's... Like, if you wanted, you could just, like, have it like this. Right? But I like it standing up towards me, so that way it's easier to press the buttons. Very, very nice. Not so shabby. Alrighty. Where is... I'm curious. The plug-in for this, I'm actually going to look at the book and not be an absolute goober or a novice when it comes to these because, you know, I don't want to be that guy. I guarantee you, like, to plug this thing in, because I haven't had an updated Stream Deck for a while. Like, the one I have, literally, it just was attached to it. Oh, the panel comes off. I see. Okay. Got you. It's included with the stand. Okay. That makes sense. So the way they have it set up is you see that right there? That's where the cord's going to go through. Right? So let's go ahead. I'm going to plug up the USB portion and then I'm going to show you how to set up a Stream Deck XL. I'm so excited. This is really... Oh, I love things like this. Shaboopy, come here. Don't be such a goober. Ugh. Actually, you know what? We can do this. We can do this right here. Plug it in, plug it in. Oh my goodness. Don't fight. There we go. All right. So now that I have the USB portion plugged in, oh God, cord management. No, I knew that was gonna happen. Don't worry. It's all good. Everything's fine. I can literally tell you why that happened because I plugged it into the USB port and it's like, no, hey sir, what are you doing? Give me 1 second, chat, and everyone else. This is what happens when you do things live. Okay. So I should probably, like, it's in a USB 3.0 slot. However, my cam link device was not happy with the fact that I just plugged that in. So we're actually going to plug this into a USB 3.0 port in the back of the PC, which I should have originally done, because that's what I'm telling everyone to do. Instead of, like, you can have it set up. Yeah, it's looking for drivers, exactly. That's on me, because we forgot to download, we didn't precisely download the, I forgot to, I haven't downloaded the software yet, and it's like, hey, what are you trying to do? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Things might break. Possibly. Let me restart my cam link real quick. There we go. Oh, the righty. Beautiful. So, let's go ahead and let's just download the software real quick. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna open up a new window. Let's go into the Elgato downloads. It needs the driver. Elgato. Yeah, so when you get here to Elgato, all we're gonna do is quite literally select our product. We just got the Stream Deck XL, so we're going to download. That's wait, not an E. Come on, click on Stream Deck. Let's Stream Deck XL. No, not the Plus. You absolute goober. That's why I didn't want to do it live. Okay. Oh, you absolute goober. All right, I'm just gonna search it. Stream Deck XL. Let me press the button to down. Why is that the software for it? Because it's only showing like 3 buttons. The last thing you want to do is download the wrong software. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this should be it then. Yeah, okay. Roger that. Show all? Yeah, please just show me all. It's so much easier. All right. Yeah, we just need the Stream Deck software itself and then it'll update. So I guess we gotta download it again. All right. We're gonna download this to my download folder. Hit save, because this is just the installer itself. Once it's installed, we're going to go ahead, head over to downloads, go to Stream Deck. We're gonna click next. Okay, interesting. Repairs, errors in the most recent installation, corrupted files. Yeah, because we already have it installed. Interesting. So when I plug... This is going to be interesting to figure out. This is going to be very interesting to figure out. Because we have the software already downloaded because we already have a Stream Deck. But to have two separate Stream Decks... That's gonna be interesting. Repair errors in the most recent installation. No, there's no errors in the Stream Deck. So if it's within the same program, am I? How do you do? This is interesting. This actually makes my brain happy. Also, welcome on in, Div Yendra. How we doing? Does one leave the seat up or put it down after using the loo? You leave the seat down? That's what I do. How we feeling? How we doing? Welcome on into our OBS class. I hope you're doing amazing. I know it's the same as my small one. My small Stream Deck. Yeah, it's the same software. So see where the Stream Deck name is? Oh, devices. Wait. So it has the drivers. It has the drivers that's needed. I think it was just because I was using a USB port and I'm not plugging it in directly to the PC, and that's why my cam link was like, error 404, too much is happening. I probably need to update it anyways. Because literally, if we actually go by the book, you know, like the book's gonna be like, hey, download the software, bada bing, bada boom, plug it in. And I'm like, cool, awesome. There's a little arrow. Yeah, I'm clicking the arrow. And this is also a class where we're learning together. Boozy, welcome on in. Seems like coding just wants both to run one program. I mean, that's true too. But I'm clicking on the arrow. It just says Stream Deck and add mobile device. What if we can add mobile device, but the mobile device can be a Stream Deck and we can trick the software into it? That'd be an interesting idea. Purple Rain, welcome on in. How we feeling? How we doing? Hope you're doing amazing. But yeah, I'm clicking on the arrow, my dude. Settings, devices. Device orientation standard. Yeah, because you can set all that up. Profiles, accounts. Interesting. This is why I didn't want to do it live. Because it's the class. I want to give you knowledge on things that we're figuring it out together, so it's fine. How to have two stream decks going at the same time. I'm gonna look this up. How to have two stream decks running at the same time. It should show the other stream deck. Well, I don't have it plugged in. When I plugged it in, that's when my camera. Okay, let me a sec. Give me 1 second, chat. This is the part of the recording I didn't want to do. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright. Chord management? Oh my god. That's a whole nother beast right now that I'm not willing to dive into myself. There's where we gotta plug it in. Alright, let's see what happens. This is gonna be fun. There's the first problem. Well, I didn't have it plugged in because it froze the camera. You know what I mean? You goober. You goober. All right, let's plug this bad boy in. All right, setting up new device. There we go. All right. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I really don't like that. All right. Cords out of the way. New stream deck detected. Okay. Do you want to copy the profile stream deck to my new stream deck? Yes. No. I'm going to say yes because I want to. Yes, copy. And just like that, we have two stream decks. Oh my god. Wow, that's a lot of buttons. Oh, this is gonna take me. So wait, can I still control the other stream deck? Wait a minute. OMG. Oh. So wait. So now I have. Okay. So. Okay. Oh. 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 Okay. You know what? I'm glad we did this on stream. Check this out. Check this out. So these are the same scenes that I have set up, like the same profiles and everything on Stream Deck 1 to Stream Deck XL, right? And I could switch between the two, and I could still press this button to go to another scene and it'll activate. Watch. So now I have two Stream Decks. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging this. That's a lot of buttons. Oh my god, that's gonna take time to get used to. Oh, that's gonna take a lot of time to get used to. Like changing the volume, like reaching and oh wow. Ooh, I'm a big kid now. Like there's 32 buttons. Like look at this. Do you realize how, like, okay, so like, let me give you an example. You see how I have the volume controller set up now? Like, I could literally, because I have more buttons, because I was going to show y'all, like, everything we could do with the Stream Deck, which I am. We're going to do that right now. Because now that I have, like, two Stream Decks going at once, like, oh, and you can also export profiles to people. Yeah, exactly. I know there's so many buttons. I love this. This is a major upgrade. Major upgrade. Oh, I love to see it. Okay. So let's say, all right, because we're doing tutorial purposes, I wonder if I can use my other Stream Deck to control the tutorial here, let's do this live. I'm gonna say new profile, and we're going to rename this. I want to see if I can do this. Rename to OBS tutorial. I want to see if I can change the OBS that this one's connected to the other OBS. That would be pretty mint. I don't know which OBS. Oh God, I think it's this one. Hold on, let me like this. Make this my default. This profile will appear if you haven't set an application. Okay, I have. So in theory, this should work. All right, let's test out our theory. So this is my small stream deck, and we want this to control the tutorial OBS. So this has internet browser visibility. Let's see if I can turn this off. Oh, this is big. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Ooh. All right, let's get the teaching. So let's see. Let's go to OBS and source visibility. Source visibility is something we can turn on and off. Okay, so this says Twitch scenes, which means it's still connected. Okay, so it's still so I need to click on the other OBS. I need to click on the other one. This one, right? Delete this. Source visibility. Still, oh, because they're both connect. I know why it's doing that. This is what happens when you have two OBSs going at the same time. I might just have to use my OBS as a tutorial and just make another scene collection. I might just have to do that. Because in theory, I thought I could control this one, but they're both connected, so that's why, which makes sense. Makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Fair enough. Alrighty. Well, if that's the case, let me just minimize this. We're gonna exit that, and we're gonna go over here. Alrighty. So let's teach some good old OBS things. Now, granted, I'm gonna go ahead and make this a black screen. Which, by the way, if you wonder, like this this little illusion thing that you see, you can turn this off in your display capture, like right here. If you don't want it to specifically to, like, you know, or sorry, not display capture, brain, you can go over here, you can right click on like the projector, and I can actually, where is it at? Is it properties? Capture method. Trying to remember. There's a way. My brain's having duplication now. Trying to remember. There's a way that you can capture the monitor but have the projection off, and trying to remember the things, because my brain's going a million miles an hour right now. Used to be able to do it. I wonder if did they turn that option off? Interesting. There was so what I'm talking about is your main monitor. If you wanted to like record like an OBS like tutorial, but you didn't want what was showing right here to show up on the screen, then you could turn it off. But if I do that, then you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. So don't worry about it. It's a bunch of ramble, all that thing. Right click preview. Is that what it is? Yeah. But then you won't be able to see what yeah. Okay. That's fair. If I turn this off, can y'all still, you should be able to still see what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Right? In theory, you should still be able to see my cursor and everything else. Yes? No? Maybe? It's been a while since I've done this. If you can see me, let me know. We're learning together. Going on an adventure. I'm guessing that's a no, that you couldn't see me. Roger that. Okay. We're just going to leave it on then. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So let's control some things with Stream Deck, because I told y'all that I was going to teach you the Stream Deck. The options you're looking for is in there. Yeah, it's just trying to figure it out, and I'm not preview. I'm trying to remember. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll go over that later. Yeah. Was you seeing everything in preview mode, like when I turned it off? Like, I'm doing it right now. If I do this, if I click that button, and I'm waving my hands, you can still see all of this. Like, as of right now, like I'm speaking. Yes? I don't know how big the delay is on YouTube streams. I have no idea. So let's see what we got here. Stream Deck. We got to go to Stream Deck XL. Fair enough. There we go. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? To make my life easy, I'm going to do this. You can still see me? Sweet. All right. So let's go over here. I had a huge brain fart. So this is Stream Deck XL. I have not messed with this, but I already know how to control when it comes to, you know, Stream Decks in general. We're going to add different buttons. All right. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. So let's say that I want to, did you ever want the power? Like, we talked about audio splitting, right? We talked about audio splitting and how you could control like sounds and everything with application audio beta that OBS allows you to have if you don't have a mixer, right? What if I could tell you that you could also mute that as well? Like, I'm muting sources, like audio sources within OBS with Stream Deck, right? So check this out. So you see, I have 4 audio sources right here. Okay. If I go over to Stream Deck and let's go to volume center, right? This is going to be where the base of operation for all the audio that I could ever use. All right. Now, if I scale this down a little bit so you can see, right? We have Stream Mix right here. Well, let's say that I want to mute that. If you go over on the right-hand side, you click on OBS or, you know, whatever you're using. Like, this is just for streaming. Don't worry about Stream Elements. OBS is what we're focusing on. Click on OBS Studio, and then we can go over to Audio Mixer. You can literally just, like, click and drag. Okay? It's going to recognize your OBS after it's connected and everything else to it. So this one right here, I can just set to mute. Remember how I set these to adjust by 5 decibels up and down? Do the exact same thing. So Opera Internet, you know, I can mute that. You know, it's already muted right now, and I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want y'all having double audio. That's not the Jimmy Jam. What I'm going to do is I'm going to match this up with my stream mix. You won't be able to hear me, the music, or anything else, right? Watch this. Toggle mute, push to mute, or push to talk. So here's okay, this is big. This is also another big thing. Push to mute, push to talk, toggle mute. I don't know anyone that would want to hold a button down, like, to be able to talk the entire time on their Stream Deck. If that's what you want to do, cool. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do toggle mute. Toggle means I just press it. If we do push to mute, that means that I have to press the button. But once I let go of the button, then it unmutes. Right? This could be useful in situations where, let's say that someone, maybe like, and God forbid this happens. Let's say you invite someone onto your recording, your podcast, your stream, whatever the case may be. and they start going haywire, you have multiple options, obviously. Let's say you don't want to end the stream immediately, right? Let's say that you would just want to mute it and then like have like, you know, it handled, whatever. You could do that. Let's say, you know, something's in the background. You could like just mute that whole thing by just holding it and press and then letting go. For this, I would set this, if you're for sources like that you have set up in OBS, hit toggle mute, which means that once I press that button, it'll stay muted until I press it again. Simple enough, right? Not too shabby. Another thing you can do, like, and this is just for personal preference, you can actually set up these icons. They have a bunch of them. I'm not going to go through them all. You can do that yourself, but like mute button, right? You can literally just like make it the mute button if you wanted, or, you know, whatever you fancy. Like, it could be anything, you know. For me personally, like, I don't know, like, I don't even know what I would choose, honestly. I would go through them all, like, customize your stream deck to something that you know will work, right? Like something that you can recognize things and everything else, right? Like, that's the whole point of a stream deck. Is it's just like OBS. You want to customize it the way you want to. For me, it would, like, if it's a mute button, then I'm just gonna put the mute symbol, right? And then I'd put like stream mix, you know, which is already on there, but I would put it as mute stream, right? And then I would just like separate it, or like, you know, I could change the text over here. We could put it in the center. Then I can space it out by pressing enter twice, you know. And then if I wanted to change the text up, I personally use, I like to use something that like kind of sticks out. Impact's good for that. It's a little bit much though sometimes, so I like to use Georgia font. It's very nice and clean, and then you can just, you know, adjust the font size. You can make it bold if you need to see it more, and then boom, now it says mute stream. I can see it clearly, you can see it clearly. If you want to change the color, go crazy. What's your favorite color? Purple? Too easy. Purple it is, right? You know? Oh, I'm sorry, you don't like the color purple? Hey, no worries. You know, you can make it pink. You can have color-oriented buttons, right? Obviously, it's the mute button. You can even just make it red text, like saying, hey, this mutes the stream. And then you can make, you know what you could do? You could literally just copy this. You could right-click, copy, and paste. And with the stream mix, I could even go further and beyond. And now that I copied and pasted, I could just change the wording around, like delete it, change the icons, and I could now change it to adjust the volume if I wanted. You know, you should really have fun with this. You know, that's the whole point. Another thing about the faders that I didn't mention before, and I apologize, something that I would suggest doing if you're wanting to, that is. With the icon style, you can make it static, or you can make it fade vertical, which obviously vertical is up and down, horizontal is left to right. I would do that based on your OBS. So mine's set up vertically. If your OBS is set up horizontal, I would set it up the same way, so that way you don't get confused. That's just my opinion, but like, you know, you do however you want to set it up, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just showing you what you can do and the possibilities. Valhalla, welcome on in. Dora comes into my office to butt me. Wait, Nani? Sandy, welcome on in to the Obs Class, episode 3. How we feeling? How we doing? We're going over stream decks. I currently have 2 set up right now, and it's pretty fantastic. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really cool. Pretty neat. I'm not going to lie. I hope you're doing well, man. So that's something you could do with OBS. Another thing we could do with OBS is source visibility, right? So let's say that you wanted to, let's say you wanted to turn on and off the camera, right? I have a scene called Rounded Corners. It's a nested scene. We did go over nested scenes, I believe, in episode 2. So go check out episode 2 of our video series. And that goes over how we scene nest And I'll go further into that on another video, on another stream, on another day. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to turn off and on visibility on sources. You could utilize this for images, right? Like so many like different images you could use this for. If I wanted to make a image slide in, slide out, you know, like I actually have that set up on my main stream, like that I could show y'all like real quick. I mean, it's super easy. Give me 1 second. Like I'm going to show you my actual stream. We're going to go to Twitch profile, main scene, stream room, right? So this right here is my actual Twitch stream, like when I'm, you know, live streaming and everything else on Twitch. I have a button set up that literally will do this. And it'll show an image, you see it transition in, and then if I press it again, it'll transition out, right? And a lot of people have asked me like, oh, like, I don't know how to do that. Well, it's okay because we're actually going to go over that right now. Quite literally, if you wanted to like make images, if you wanted to make media slide in, slide out, let's say you didn't want to utilize channel points. Let's say you can't use channel points. Let's say you're a YouTube streamer and they don't allow channel points. Channel points doesn't exist, but you're wanting to make special content. You're wanting to just throw it all out there. Well, we're going to do that right now. And I'm going to show you how. We're going to start off with how to turn on and off visibility sources. So I'm going to turn off my camera. So if I go back to OBS, I'm going to go to source visibility right here. I'm going to go to the scene. Well, I guess I'll name it. Turn off camera. Turn off cam or camera, whatever. We're going to go to the scene it's in. It's on monitor YouTube. So you have to choose the scene that's in. This is also not in alphabetical order, so that's always fun. Go to rounded corners. Watch this. Now that I've selected this source, which is right over here, this eyeball, if it's on and you see a perfectly lit eyeball, you're showing that to either stream or recording, right? If I press this button, oh my God, where's MVK? Nani? Take care, Valhalla. Thank you for stopping by the class. But if I press the button again, then I come back. This is how you turn off individual sources, right? Now, let's say, in theory, I wanted to show you an image. I wanted a image to just slide onto the screen. It could be a media source. It could be an image. It could be an overlay. It could be a nested scene. It could be any source that I can literally just magically make appear, right? I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to use my camera as an example. You could do this with any source. Any source, we can literally just make it magically appear with one button. All right? This is how you do it. So I'm going to go back into OBS. We're going to click on rounded corners. I'm going to right click on it. You'll notice that on every single source that I put into any scene, there's a thing called show transition and hide transition. Now, this right here is the exact same thing as scene transition. The difference being is that now what we're doing is we are choosing certain transitions for specific sources. All right? You have scene transition, then source transition, right? So here we go. So, oh no, he back? Yeah, I'm back. So let's go to show transition over here. I'm gonna make myself, my camera is going to just fade into the abyss. That's what I'm gonna make it do. Actually, let's have some fun with this. I'm gonna make it do like something crazy. Just like absolutely barn door horizontal. That's gonna be hilarious. Let's do that. Yeah. This is what's that, or no, vertical. We want vertical. So my camera is going to collapse on itself. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. I'm gonna click OK. we're gonna go over to show transition. 2,000 milliseconds might be too long, which we can adjust at any time, right? So that's to show the transition. I'm going to show up with a barn door, but to go away, we're gonna make a Thanos snap. You ever seen Marvel, like when Thanos snaps his fingers and everything? Yeah, I'm gonna like turn into dust. I'm just gonna not exist, which I want to see if there's an actual. Also, I'm clicking on Lumba Wipe. We did already go over this. If it seems like I'm going too fast, just remember that there's other episodes that we did go over this. Just look at episode, I think we did this in episode 1, actually. So for me to go away, I'm going to, what's curtain? I'm just gonna like melt. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna melt like the witch off of Wizard of Oz. That'll be fun. Sure. Now watch what I do with my stream deck. I have chosen a show and hide transition, which means now every time that I turn off the transition and turn it back on, it'll do the ones that I told it to. Here we go, chat. I'm melting. I'm melting. And then I come back. So yeah. That's some fun things that you can do, you know, like just with like source visibility. You could do so many things. You can slide things onto the screen, images like this right here. With this knowledge, you are able to save yourself editing. Like you can make your own transitions within OBS that will save you time on editing, which by the way, is always nice. It's always a plus. So that's one thing you could do. We did talk about scenes. You can, you know, obviously control scenes. I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. It's very, very basic. All we got to do is click on scene, drag it over, and I'm going to just name this, we'll call this main cam scene, right? I'm not going to make it look all pretty and everything else, but the scene that I want to make, this is my YouTube scene, so we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom because it should be down here, and it's just going to be called chatting. Actually, it might be at the top. Is it at the top? No, it's not. It's at the bottom. Goober, I have too many scenes. Don't judge me, all right? I know what you're saying, all right? I understand. Good Lord, I have way too many sins. Goodness gracious, day of the morning. Where are you at? You absolute goober. My goodness. I probably went over it like twice now, so for tutorial purposes, I'm just going to show you the monitor scene that I use for stream. Why not? Or the cam scene, which isn't going to change, which would be ridiculous. You know what? Yeah, monitor scene. Let's rename this. Twitch monitor scene. All right. So I've selected the scene, okay? And you'll notice over here, this is going to change. We're on monitor YouTube. Watch this. Now we are on my Twitch one. See, monitor scene. So now every time I press this button, it'll go to that. I've already created a scene called chatting to the chatting scene. Where was it at? Oh, it was near the bottom. Okay. And then if I click this button, chatting. Now we're on my chatting scene. Then we go back to the YouTube monitor. So that's how you switch scenes with OBS. You know, like it's very simple. It's very easy to do. And you could do the same thing that we did with the sources with your scenes, right? Let's say there's a specific scene that you just want to like spiral out of control. You could totally do that. Like I could be like that one you like watch chatting. Okay, I didn't mean to click. Would you not? Okay, it's gonna make me do it anyways. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna click on studio mode. This is gonna look weird to y'all, but hear me out. All right. So over here, you see filters. We're gonna click on filters. Or not filters, sorry. I'm gonna click on transition override. Now, we talked about this in another episode, right? But let's say I want to I just want to spiral. Like, I want some crazy animation, but I don't want it to be my normal stinger transition that I use for other scenes, just for this one scene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and I don't know if I want to use any of the ones I've already made. Here, let's click on stinger. Cause yeah, we're gonna have to make it, aren't we? Yeah, we're gonna have to make it. So something that you should know is when it comes to transition override, you have to make the scene transition first. So we need to do that. Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? So if you see over here, we're gonna click the add button. I'm gonna make a Luma wipe. I'm gonna call this wow, or wow, cool transition. It's amazing. And we're gonna make me, oh, the clock one would be cool. I think the clock, well, it's not the burst I'm looking for. I want something crazy. Not the actual burst. I know there's a thing called burst, all right? We want something like, I don't know. You got something cool like, oh, that reminds me of like the retro games. Oh, what was it, Mario? Look at that. Okay, yeah, that's how I wanted to start my streams or whatever. We're gonna call this, okay, beautiful. All right, so let's go to studio mode real quick. We're gonna right click on chatting, transition override, and I'm gonna call, wow, cool transition. So even though I'm gonna set this to slide transition. Now watch, this is important. I'm gonna click this button. You're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing after it transitions, but watch, now it should do it. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? Like, yeah, we're learning. We're doing the things, man. So whatever I set that scene to, it'll now override and it'll show like the retro cool transition. So yeah. Why are you laughing? It's cool, isn't it? Like, look. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh. No. Nani? Oh, because I forgot to click on it. Whoops. That's embarrassing. Why is it not transitioning overriding? Oh, because it's set to 300 milliseconds. Whoops. 2000. I just want to make sure this is okay. It should be set. So slide transition. That's weird. I've never had this happen before. Oh, it's only if you haven't set the cut or sorry, fade. It has to be. So, okay. We're going to learn together. Watch this. All right. So you can't have two Luma wipes going at the same time. What this means is if I set this chatting scene to a Luma wipe, right? If I set this to Luma wipe, I can't have my scene transition be a Luma wipe as well because they're conflicting each other. Let's see if it works with stinger transitions. I want to use my axes that I use on stream, and I'm gonna see if this works. Transition override. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so you have to use fade. Interesting. So you have to use cut or fade. Because if I click on cut and I go to chatting, that is interesting. That's not doing it, chat. Oh, it's because I know why. Hi, my name is Mad Viking King, and I am a spoon. I am using a thing called scene tree. Which means that when I'm adding these transitions, this is a plugin you can utilize. We could talk about it later down the road. You can organize your scenes and everything. That's why it wasn't working. I need to click on the actual scene itself. Oh, I feel like I'm a special baby boy. I'm a special baby boy. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and let's just find the scene where it's at. I was wondering why it wasn't working. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So, we're going to click back on slide transition. You're going to find the scene you want. If you use scene tree, we just learned that together. That's a sad moment. Right click, transition override. Wow, cool transition. All right, this time it's going to work. All right. Watch. No laughing at me now. Watch this. Huh. Nani? Interesting. Well, now I feel like... All right, let's see what's going on here. I forced the transition. Okay. It might be conflicting with scene tree, actually. There you go. But that's with studio mode. Oh, it's because I have the scene tree selected. Oh, so for those of you that have this plugin with scene tree, you need to set your scenes with your stream deck over here. Okay, it's scene tree. That's why it's not doing the transition override. Got you. So that's a fun little thing that we learned together. All right. It's because of a plugin that I have. So if you don't have the plugin scene tree, now you know. But you're still able to do it with sources. So that's actually really strange. That's very weird that, like, that's a thing. Interesting. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. But with that being said, I mean, we've gone over adding scenes, we've gone over visibility, we've gone over how to add audio mixers, how to split audio as well. So, I mean, that's really all I had for today's class and like teaching y'all. I know there was some hiccups and everything else, you know, when it comes to doing all this, so I apologize for that. Now's the time at the end of the, you know, class, like I said, like, I don't like the term class. We're gonna have to change that to something else. I'll come up with a name for like this learning experience because we're learning together. But I hope you enjoyed watching and learning and this whole experience. But if you have any questions, I'm gonna answer questions through the live stream. So if you're watching the recording, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to stick around for the Q&A, maybe someone has a question that's on the stream itself right now that might answer a question that you have. We actually had that happen before. So if anyone has anything specifically for their OBS, or you want me to explain something that you don't know, now is the time. And I'm gonna drink some water. Everyone stay hydrated. But yeah, hit that like button, subscribe button for more content. I would appreciate it. It's weird it only worked in studio mode. It's a very interesting thing. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that one. That is really interesting because, like, when I think about this, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, that's something that I just, you know, would have never thought of in a million years, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, to have setting transition override, but then having an OBS plugin override that's cool. Apple for the teacher, I appreciate it. Does anybody in the live stream have any questions though about anything OBS related content? It could be overlays, adding alerts, scene transit. It could be anything I've already gone over, or maybe there's just something that you're trying to do, because that's why I wanted to create this. Is because we're all learning together at the end of the day. And I wanted everyone to have a chance to be able to have a voice, to be able to know that it's okay to make mistakes, errors, like you're going to, and anything you do, whether it's content creating or maybe it's something else, you know what I mean? It could be anything. Does rum, no, that does not count, Witchy. Does not count. I'm sorry, it does not. But if you have stayed through this entire video, I'm thinking about adding some extra content, some extra bonus content for this class, because you have been here the entire time, whether you're watching the live stream or you've been watching the recorded video from the live stream. I'm gonna give you a secret, as it were, something that I do that a lot of people have been asking if I'm going to release how I did something. And this is going to be like future things we're talking about. What I mean by that is this is very advanced. There is a software and it is called Streamer Bot. All right. I'm going to give you some bonus content on something I did, and I call it the elevator scene. It's not that complicated, but at the same time it was for the timing and everything. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek preview of something we're going to go over. But before I do that, thank you again for stopping by. I just want to say that you're amazing. How do you add sound to a stinger? Oh, you want me to, I can answer that. How do you add sound to a stinger? That's a great question. So if I go over to, I'm going to turn off the preview mode. If I go over to scene transitions over here, and let's say I'm going to click on axis, right? So my axis is a scene transition. If you go to properties, like over here, I'm going to expand this box so y'all can actually see what's happening, right? So you'll see right here, you have your video file that you want to add, which is the stinger itself. Then you have another drop down called transition point type. You can do it by time or frame. I recommend doing it by time, which you can create like the transition point using ms, which is milliseconds. 2000 milliseconds equals 2 seconds, right? Audio monitoring. Audio monitoring. Why do I have such an accent? That's when my audio monitoring. You see how I have to slow down my brain for that? So if you go down to where it says audio and that word that I'm not going to repeat again, and you click on where it says monitor off, put that to monitor only. Now what this will do is it's going to create another audio mixer that you're going to see right here at the very bottom. Do you see like how there's stream mixer, opera, and everything else? If I click on monitor only, right? And then it's going to have audio fade style. So you want, let's say like my stinger has audio to it, which I don't think it does. I don't know. We're about to find out. I don't like audio in my stingers, but sure, if you want to add it, go for it. You can even create it where like it fades out to the transition point and then fades in. What that means is like it's going to change the scene where, but like, so like, let me show you a preview. You see where it goes to A to B with the axis? However your transition is, when it covers A or B, when it covers the scene itself, it's gonna like push the audio in and then it's gonna fade out. It's actually a really cool thing, or you can set it to crossfade, which I don't recommend. Crossfading basically is a bunch of like, it's gonna get really messy with your audio, and I wouldn't recommend doing that at all, like whatsoever. Like, so, but this is how you would add audio in. You're gonna click OK. All right. And then your audio is set to monitor only, which means that now it's gonna go through your main mixer. I hope that helps you. I really hope that helps. And just in case, for those of you that do have mixers and everything, you might also have to put it on monitor and output for scene transitions and stingers. Because if you want your stinger, again, stingers are media animated overlays. It's media. It's an MP4 file that you are utilizing to transition from one scene to another in OBS. That's all it is. And we're just adding audio to it. Literally just click on monitor only. That's a majority of setups. Monitor only means that you hear it and you also have it set up in your Windows settings. Like we shown before, you know, your Windows settings being the system, it'll push it out to the recording and it'll also push it out to your audience, whether that's via streaming or recording. If you do monitor and output, you can hear double audio most of the time unless you have it set up with an audio mixer where that's Rodecaster Pro 2 or the Go XLR or any mixer that you're utilizing with OBS or streaming. But that's how you would add audio to your stingers. But yeah, I hope everyone's been enjoying these classes. I'm trying to help out as much as possible. If you have any questions, whether it's live on stream, we always do Q&As at the very end of these. This recording, put down in the comments below, what would you like to see that you might see when I stream on Twitch or when I make videos on YouTube that I do? You know, whether it's via channel points or anything else, let me know. And like I said, that bonus content, I'm gonna show you real quick. I have a scene called the elevator scene. The elevator scene is basically a scene, it's a media file, right? So I'm gonna show you what it does, and then I'm gonna show you how I did it. And yes, it can get messy and it's a little bit weird. So let me turn down the music real quick. So if I activate it, and you're like, oh, it's just an elevator, right? So here's the thing. The reason why it moves and everything when I'm streaming over on Twitch is because I have a program called StreamerBot, right? StreamerBot is like Mix It Up, Touch Portal, and all that, but it's a little bit more advanced, yeah? What I basically did was I went over to the actions, created an action to do multiple things. I set a 5,000 millisecond delay, 5 seconds. I made source visibility for the cam scene to activate the media file. Then I sent a delay for 6 seconds for the door to close. And then I just added a filter on the media file to make the elevator scroll. Then I set another delay, and then like to toggle off, then I set another delay, and then it hides that file, right? So what I just explained is literally, if I go over here to cam scene, I right click and I go to, I go over to the elevator and I right click, go to filters. All I did was add a scroll to the media file. And then like when the door's shut, I added a delay and then it makes it scroll up, right? So this is what would happen. I'm gonna try my best to do this. We'll see if I can do this live. I'm gonna push the buttons for it because I can't do it on YouTube because it's a channel point on Twitch, but like check it out, right? So if I click this button, it's gonna do that. It activates the scroll. And then when the door comes back, it turns off the scroll and it looks like I just went up in an elevator. Right? Like that's pretty cool, right? You know? Like that's how I made it, you know? The only thing that took the most time, I would say, was getting the timing right. The timing was like so hard to like figure out, you know, how to do that. So yeah, there's a little bit about like StreamerBot. It's a really great software. We're gonna be talking about it in the advanced portions of our classes and our journey of content creation. But with that being said, I stream 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on my YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm gonna continue calling these OBS classes because I wanna go over content in general. Whether that's through OBS, maybe that's creating overlays using you know, websites like Canva, making thumbnails. I want to go over everything. I just want the best for each and every one of y'all. And I've had people come into the stream and let me know, hey, by the way, did you know you could do this? And I learn, you learn, we all learn together on this journey. So thank you for your time. Thank you for all the likes, all the subscribes, literally like going over 500 subscribers. Hitting YouTube partner was absolutely wonderful. I really, really appreciate the massive amount of support. So thank you again. I may have accidentally forgot about your class. Has been messing, wait. And it has been messing with Touch Portal and set up to start 14 launchers. Okay, if you set up one button to open 14 applications, some computers may crash if you don't have the proper specs. I'm warning you right now, you can set it up in OBS to do that. I'll just do that real quick. I'll show you real quick. It doesn't take that long to show. If I wanted to go to system and I wanted to like if I wanted to open up multiple things, click the drop down on system, go to open, drag it over wherever you want on your stream deck. I'm gonna put it right here. All right, we're gonna call this open sesame. I probably spelt it wrong, and someone's gonna like, you know, comment down below in the video and tell me that's nice. I don't know, we're gonna call it open sesame. You see right here where it says app/file, right? You can literally tell it to like, if I click on this little folder right here, I can have it open everything. So if I go to my C drive, then I go to program files 86, and then I go over to like, I don't know, maybe I want it to open up OBS, right? Click on that, click on OBS Studio. You know, like I could have it open whatever I want, you know? Maybe I want it to open AMD and Epic Games if I'm a Fortnite player. Like, you could have it, you know, one button open up everything, you know? Like, literally everything. Like, Notepad, StreamerBot, you know, everything. And what's cool about it, what I recommend doing, instead of looking through your entire computer, what I've found out to be the best way of doing this is go to where, like, wherever it's at, like the application, like where you put it. So like, for example, StreamerBot. If I want StreamerBot open, right? Click on, you know, the folder, right? There's StreamerBot, the file. Wait, did I put this on my yeah, it's on my desktop. You goober. So if I wanted StreamerBot or Spotify to open, right? All I'd have to do is click on Spotify right here. And then like I could just copy this on top, Control C, go back to this, click in here, Control V, enter, right? And then now I can just look up all the things I wanted to put in. And then you can open it up, you know, whether it's internet, if you want to open up websites. Oh, I want words on stream and everything opened. You type in the URL right here, right? Like, it's that simple, you know? Like, you could have this literally, like, and you could, if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, you could have it also, like, open up multiple, like, websites, Discord, just everything. Like, literally everything that you, like, could ever have dreamed of. So that's what this would do. I will say, though, like, when it comes to making these commands, be careful, right? Like if you add like 15 different things to open up, like I said, if your computer crashes, that's not on me. I'm just saying, it's one thing that I've always told people, like if you want something like that set up, just be careful because it can be very overwhelming. Like on my one, I have a button that is called Stream Setup, right? And all I did was use the open, like, you know, software right over here, and I just went to Stream Setup for Twitch. And it literally, like, this is also a part of my bonus content that I'm going to give to you real quick. I have a checklist. I have a checklist of everything I do before I start streaming, because the last thing you want to do is you're about to start stream, you're panicking. Did I set up my game capture, my monitor scene, my cameras, my title, the tags? Put it in a notepad, organize it. You know, this is a checklist that I always go through. I have one for also YouTube because I've had it happen where I didn't actually set up properly. So yeah, it's good to be prepared for these things, you know. But that's all I have for today's you know, class. That's really it. So if you do enjoy this, thank you so much for stopping on by. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see in the future. We will be going over more advanced things as well, such as your settings, how to get the best bit rate, you know, and everything else. Well, bit rate, I mean, that's your ISP. I can't control that. That's your internet provider. I don't control your upload speed, but I will show you that there is a Twitch broadcast thing if you're, you know, streaming on Twitch that you can utilize. Highly recommend it. It's 10 out of 10. I utilize it myself. I was having bitrate issues and internet issues before. It solved my problem because I found a server that had the highest bandwidth, the lowest latency, and the highest quality. That's what you're basically going for on there. So thank you all again for being here. I love all your faces. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I will see you in the next class, or journey, which will be next Thursday. And if you'd like, stop by the Twitch channel. The link to that is in the description down below. I stream on twitch.tv Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But like I said, I am trying to grow the YouTube community as well, and it's a journey, but it's a journey that we're all on together. Thank you again for being here.